But yeah, boys. But having said that, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. All right, here we go.
Hey, Steel. Guess what? You jump. At every game you play. Pogo. Pogo jumping at every game. Pogo.
Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's paused. It's paused. I think it's paused. I think it's paused. I think it's paused. Yeah, CS, thanks for the bits. That totally got scammed, by the way. No, the alert's actually paused. The alert's actually paused. You're getting scammed. You're getting scammed now. But Rob, thanks for giving us up to Scatterbrain as well. Quiet. Alright. Shh, 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 shh. I don't know where do I go?
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Welcome to our live stream and thanks so much for joining us today. Our team had a lot of fun putting together Path of Exile's 3.15 expansion, and we've got a lot to share with you. Today's live stream is a busy one. We'll start by revealing the details of this expansion's new Challenge League. Then we'll show you how this expansion is going to dramatically shake up Path of Exile's metagame in a big way. Thirdly, we'll talk about our plans to make Path of Exile more challenging, restoring some of the adrenaline and terror that you may recall from the good old days of closed beta. Next up, we're going to talk about Path of Exile Royale, the 100-player Battle Royale mode that we experimented with back in 2018. We'll be launching a restored and revamped version of Royale today, once our question and answer session with Ziggy D has concluded.
Oh,
this event
shit.
will run over the weekend. Anyway, there's a lot to discuss, so let's get started with the trailer for Path of Exile's next expansion.
Okay. Alright, okay.
Many centuries ago, our people traveled to this accursed continent. We will follow the path of our forebears to discover their unknown fate.
Holy shit.
They wait, shrouded in darkness.
There we go.
Finally challenge them. Wealth and power will be yours, should you survive our expedition.
I'm getting a Dell vibe from that, actually. Explain.
Alright, I've got a lot to tell you about. Let's start with the Expedition League itself. Long ago, Kalguran explorers came to Rayclast in the hope of colonizing it. Expeditions from logbooks are not only different because of their large size, but because there are special objects that you can interact with using explosives. For example, trees that contain monsters or items, passageways that reveal chests or bosses, and so on. Speaking of bosses, there are some formidable ones for you to seek out, and a set of valuable new unique items and base types that can only come from Expedition content. The Kalguran people are not from Rayclast, so their items do not have the same defensive properties that ours do. Instead of armor, evasion, and energy shield, they have ward. As you can see, this build covers a large area in fiery death, while you get to stay out of harm's way. This is a powerful option for chieftains in particular, due to the various totem bonuses available on their Ascendancy passive tree. Adept players will also be wondering if the Earthbreaker support allows you to create leap-slamming totems, and the answer is absolutely. As with other Ancestor totems, the Earthbreaker support also provides a buff to you, granting some increased area of effect with melee skills.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Alright, that's good.
Rage Vortex provides a new way to consume your rage, unleashing a whirling vortex that rapidly hits enemies within its range. It gains damage and area of effect based on how much rage was sacrificed to enemies, and can be placed on the ground to enhance its effects. When the Defiance banner is placed, it inflicts a taunt on enemies for a duration, based on the number of stages the banner had accumulated while it was carried. Enemies affected by this taunt also deal less damage to all targets. The next new skill is Shield Crush, which swipes your shield towards enemies and sends out forceful waves of damage based on the stats of your shield.
That's my kind of build.
These waves can shotgun enemies with up to 2 hits at once, so while Shield Crush is great against groups, it's also effective against single targets and can be used alongside Shield Charge and Spectral Shield Throw. We've improved both of these skills so that the overall aggressive shield build is more powerful.
Yo! Yo!
The new Behead
Yo, I like
support
that.
gem can only support strike skills and is basically like a mini headhunter. When a supported strike kills a rare enemy, you'll steal one of its modifiers. Obviously, this gem can't be as crazy as the full headhunter experience, so it comes with some restrictions. Stolen modifiers can persist for 20 seconds, and slaying another rare enemy will replace the modifier you have active. The Behead support gem also grants you more damage against enemies on low life. In conjunction with the Slayer's Bane of Legends Ascendancy passive, this bonus really embraces the execution theme of the Behead support. Storm Rain is a new bow skill that fires arrows that stick into the ground. These arrows periodically pulse with lightning damage that arcs to nearby arrows. This skill works very well with multiple projectiles because you can quickly set up a large patch of lightning death. Existing ballista skills in Path of Exile pick their own targets, like sentry guns do. They'll start shooting immediately and will generally target the closest enemies. While this behavior is usually great, sometimes you want fine control over what your ballistas will fire at. The focused ballista support gem causes your ballistas to pick the same targets as you, and they will only fire when you fire your own ranged weapon. It also makes the ballistas fire a lot faster than they otherwise would. This support gem allows you to effectively focus fire on specific enemies such as bosses. Differently to other attack skills by operating independently of your attack speed. This means you'll have some interesting itemization choices to make in focusing more on damage modifiers rather than the typical focus of maximizing attack speed. Summon Reaper creates a single powerful minion that uses fast melee physical attacks which cause bleeding. While the Reaper is active, you can use the skill again to direct the Reaper to a specific location, dealing a powerful attack along its path. The Reaper wants to be your only minion. It reduces the life and damage of your other minions, and will consume them to heal itself and gain damage and speed buffs. When designing this new skill for the Necromancer, we wanted to explore the idea of having a single ultimate minion. While there were ways to somewhat achieve this before, the Reaper is quite different in its abilities and interactions with other minions. It also feels much more active and directly under your control. One quick note though, the Reaper will absolutely eat your animated Guardian if you're not careful. At them too. But be careful, Forbidden Rite also inflicts damage on you when cast. If you can find a clever way to mitigate this harmful downside, you'll have devastating and widespread damage at your fingertips. The Eye of Winter is a large projectile that fires out a barrage of cold projectiles in a spiral formation as it travels. When it reaches its maximum distance or collides with the terrain, it explodes, firing out even more projectiles in a spiral. This type of skill is one we've been wanting to bring to Path of Exile for a long time, and we felt that this new collection of skills was the perfect place to showcase it. Challenge probably won't stop our most skilled players easily dominating the campaign or running through it to get to maps quickly. It will mean that players who engage with the content will find a consistent difficulty level between League content and regular content. It's worth noting that the behavioral and balance changes to monsters will definitely affect their map versions. For quite some time, Path of Exile players and developers have been keen for a big rework to its Flask system. In the endgame, Flasks grant really powerful buffs for a number of seconds after use, and these buffs allow the player to kill monsters quickly, filling the Flasks up so they can be used as soon as they run out. With 5 such Flasks equipped, the correct behavior was to spam the 1 to 5 keys repeatedly to keep all the Flasks constantly up without any downsides. Apply one of the 2 new types of currency items to your Flasks. The Instilling Orb and Enkindling Orb drop as part of the regular drop pool from regular monsters and chests. The Instilling Orb will cause a flask to be used automatically upon a specific condition being met. For example, when its charges become full or when you become affected by Ignite. This means that in the cases where you would previously want to time a specific flask usage, you can now rely on it happening automatically, with the only trade-off being that it may consume charges that you otherwise wouldn't intend it to.
Okay, dude.
There are a variety of different conditions, and a random one is enchanted onto your flask, overwriting the others each time you use an Instilling Orb on it. The Enkindling Orb prevents utility flasks from gaining charges while active, but provides a big boost to their effect, duration, or various ways they interact with their charges. There are various different types of boosts, so you can use more orbs to reroll for the one that you want. It constantly and to urge us to bring it back. But that wouldn't be easy, as to actually make it a decent experience would require a lot of custom balance, playtesting, and feature implementation work. A few months ago, we decided to do exactly that. Path of Exile Royale will return today. In fact, immediately after the QA section of this livestream. We're going to run it for the weekend as a test, and then turn it on every weekend for a while, starting the week after Expedition's launch.
Alright, we're not doing
We'll
the
patch it
podcast.
between weekends with balance tweaks, and if it's popular over the long term, new features. We have no idea what the long-term viability of this game mode is going to be like, so we'll run it for this league and then assess where things stand. Our initial version of Royale from 2018 used Path of Exile's default passive skill tree, which didn't have interesting options for characters that rarely got to level 10. It also used all of our skill gems and unique items as is, where many of the interesting ones were way too high level for these super low level characters to ever find. We've made a completely new Royale-specific passive skill tree that has everything you need to quickly adapt your character for high-speed PvP combat. It features approximately 90 new custom notable passives, a special new left-aligned window so you can stay aware of your surroundings while allocating skills, and you gain 2 passive skill points per level. You're also able to allocate passive skills from any of the tree's starting locations, regardless of which character class you picked. The full patch notes on Tuesday, US time. We'll move on to the Q&A shortly to answer your burning questions, but first, let's have a look at the new supporter packs that are available right now to celebrate the launch of Expedition and help fund ongoing development of Path of Exile 2, and special modes like Royale.
I can't
The
believe
Soulkeeper and Aesir supporter packs come with masses of points to spend in the store, social frames, forum titles and badges, a download of the digital soundtrack, and of course exclusive cosmetic microtransactions like armor sets and weapon skins. The Soulkeeper series comes with an exclusive pet, and the Aesir series an exclusive set of wings. On top of the traditional small and medium-sized supporter packs that are consistent with ones we've released in the past, we're also adding an optional new third tier for each series. This new tier includes an exclusive apparition portal effect and a slightly better ratio of points per dollar spent. The introduction of these new packs should give you more options for what combination of each pack series you purchase. Like always, it's possible to upgrade between pack tiers within each series.
Well, dude, I'm surprised I'm in that.
Victorious. Defeated.
GG. I'm surprised he lasted that long. So wait, did I get the thing? Did I get the thing? 12 kills. Yo, I dominated. Holy shit. Yeah, that was fun.
One more new toy.
Yep. Alright, there it is. There it is. Yeah, they need to fix that bug though. That bug sucks. Yo, Notchin Circuit, thanks for gifting 5 subs by the way. Thank you, dude. Right, should I get a canner? I mean, chat, let's be honest here, I suck at this game. But, still. See, wins.